Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and this is going to be sort of an update to the Valley of the Dead rookie qualifying round. So I went out here and shot one of my newer accounts and put up a -20, which is my best score ever. So I was actually pretty excited about that. And a couple people that I know that view the channel personally don't have a sniper, and they don't have a thorn in a high enough level to make use of it. So neither of this does this account, which is why I'm putting out this update. So I know they wanted to see the shots, and the easiest way for me to do that would be, obviously through YouTube. So, this has an extra mile 8, which is high, but if you follow, my new account build, you can figure out how to beef up your extra mile extremely quick. But for the most part, like, these are the clubs that I used outside of, having the Viper. But I think that anybody that plays has a Viper at a high level. That's one of the easiest clubs to max out in the game. So, I mean, primarily this was the bag that I used throughout the entire round. And I'll go ahead and just show, the replays of the round real quick, because obviously I dropped a few shots today that I did not drop yesterday. And that would be starting off with hole number 1. If you remember hole number 1, I was just slightly missing the second shot. Today, I decided to try it with a Titan. So the reason that I went with a Titan here is because of the headwind. And I was just thinking that the P3 ball would help us get a little bit more yards on the drive. And that would help us out getting a better gauge on shot number 2. And, that thought process did work out. I'll fast forward through the pools to save time since most people have already seen this. But this is played 10% at max. And as you can see here, we're on the fairway. So with 362 yards. And yesterday I was in the 350 range, if you remember. And I had said that I think playing shot number 2 at 15% would work. I went ahead and played at 20% here. But if you think about the 15 to 20%, we're only talking about 0.1 at a max, 0.2 decimals, depending on the club. So I still think that 15 or 20% would work. But I went ahead and played at 20% today. And again, this account doesn't have a thorn. So I have to play with the Kingfisher, which is fine. We just don't have the ball guideline that a thorn has. But the 20% worked out, and this ball dropped in basically dead center for the eagle. That'll take us to hole number 2. This is the same thing that I played yesterday. For me, I don't care to have the sniper on this hole. I actually prefer taking it with the Viper, and some people might ask why. I'll show you why right now. So power 0 ball, -10%. We are playing with, we're playing with a maxed out Viper. I don't know why that has a 9 there. But regardless, so we're having a Viper here, 2.6 miles an hour. And so that means I only have to pull 1.1 rings, right? So if I were to flip over to an account that has a maxed out sniper, then, I have to pull 1.8. Now, there's not a big difference between 1.1 and 1.8, but for me, the 1.1 is easier than the 1.8 because I just know that I have to put my take shot button just behind the yellow. And if I do that, this ball is going to drop. And I dropped this 3 for 3 today in all different wind scenarios. So this one's 2.6 miles an hour. And yes, the rings are bigger on the Viper than they are the sniper. But still, for me, 1.1 over 1.8, I feel like I just have less room to mess up and miss pull. I hope that makes sense. Maybe that's just in my head, but that's how I view these things, and it works for me. But here you see that was, 2 point something miles an hour, 2.6. Here's actual today's shot. Today's shot is at 4.9 miles an hour. But same thing. You see this account right here. This is one of my main rookie accounts. It has a maxed out sniper. But like I said, I prefer the Viper here over the sniper anyways. So even though I have a sniper on this account, I still played with the Viper. And this wind is almost 5 miles per hour. But really, at the end of the day, it's the exact same pull and the exact same setup, which is really nice on this hole because I didn't have to offset left or right or move anything over. Based off the wind strength, these shots are going right in. So hole number 2 is definitely locked in for qualifying. That'll take us here to hole number 3. So I'll show you how to pick up the hole, or not the hole in one, but the albatross here without a sniper. The drive is the same as yesterday, 6 top, 3 right. I put the red ring right there at the top of the fairway, And then I got the ball guideline looking like that on the second fairway. Perfect ball. So this is going to be the sniper shot. So you see here, sniper shot, 10% at mid, favor the right-hand side of the pin, 3 top, 3 left. I wiggle around till I find the sticky spot, and then I move it over just to the right a little bit, just like that. You see? Now, of course, this is with the sniper, but you're going to see, if you don't have a sniper, you're okay, because here's today's shot with the horizon, and I see the exact same spin. 3 top, 3 left. Same position, right? I'm just favoring the right-hand side of the pin. Same pull, 10% at mid. Perfect ball. And you see here that sniper or horizon just really doesn't matter, as we're able to get in the hole on both different types of clubs, playing the same elevation and the same mid-distance pull. That takes us on here to hole number 4. This is an account that has a Goliath 8. So we'll fast forward to the Goliath 7 account, which is going to be right here. We lose the ball guideline with the Goliath 7 over a Goliath 8. The ball guideline on the 8 is better, but I still just tried to mimic my spin adjustments with as much left side spin as possible, combined with a little bit over 7 bars of top spin. And then I pulled the same elevation at the same distance of the club. The only thing that I did differently here with the Goliath 7 is I just used a baby click of OP, and that was just to make sure that I got the correct distance with that 7. And you see here I come in a little fast, so I didn't even really need the overpower, but I was able to pick up the hole-in-one there. And then we go here. Oh, this is a different replay. That's if you want to use the backbone, but I showed you how to do that yesterday. So hole number 5, same thing as yesterday. This is an easy one. I can just fast forward through 6 top, 2 left, kind of just going down the middle of the fairway. I back my target up a little bit so that when I pull my rings, I don't pull into overpower. I don't even push up to max. I decided to go with the full OP shot. Even hit a great left, but that's okay. This ball comes in really nicely, obviously leaving us for a wedge with the full topspin approach. And that ball goes in very nicely. Takes us here to hole number 6. This is hole 5 with the big topper option. That's a replay that I showed yesterday for anybody who didn't want to use a berserker or maybe didn't have an extra mile level high enough to go. But then this is today's shot. So no moving target, 10% at max, 6 top, 2 right. Really nothing to see here. This is the same no moving target shot that I played yesterday. Just today, for the heck of it, I just added some OP to the shot and a little bit more right curl as I drove further up the fairway and a little bit more right. That left me with a big dog shot. Now I pick up the eagle here. You notice this is the only hole that I didn't pick up the extra shot on, but I think I actually came decently close with the big dog. And again, I'm just fast forwarding because I think anybody who watched yesterday might just be checking this out today. I don't think anybody new is watching this video that didn't watch yesterday. But yeah, I mean, heck, we came, 3/4 of a green square to the right to getting that one close to an albatross. But, I hit it yesterday with the sniper. I wasn't really expecting anything. This is yesterday's drop there. So now we can go on here to this hole. And right, so this is my other account with the higher level Goliath. Only 2.2 mile per hour wind, which is the replay that I showed yesterday. But if you go to today, the game kind of threw me for a curveball and gave me 4.1, so they doubled up the wind strength on me, basically. So on the fly, I just tried the exact same shot, and it worked out. 2 bars of side spin to the left, combined with about 1.3 to 1.4 back. The biggest thing here was just making sure that we had the ball guideline looking like that. Or if you have a higher level Goliath, you would have the ball guideline in the cup, but completely in the left-hand side of the cup, which is what I talked about yesterday. But like I said, with the Goliath 7, we lose a little bit of the ball guideline. So here it's just kind of adapting to the same shot that I was playing yesterday and trying to visualize that same offset. And then, of course, hoping that with double the wind strength it doesn't push me too much to the right, and it didn't. This ball came in nicely. Basically, again, dead center for a hole-in-one. You know, the nice part about this course is I think it's really good for people that don't have snipers and thorns, because there's not really a whole lot of holes that you need it in these wind angles on qualifying. Now, come Thursday, right, and Saturday, that might be different. You know, where a sniper might be a crucial club to have depending on wind angles, but we'll see. But regardless, this is, you know, an account right here. This is the same account that doesn't have the thorn. Here we're just driving with a katana ball. This is the same drive as yesterday, and then we have shot number 2 here being played 10% at max. For me, without the thorn, right, this one is the hardest one to drop, just because we don't have the ball guideline. So we just kind of have to visualize, like we just have to make up in our mind where the ball guideline is and try to visualize it, and then hope that the ball doesn't come in too hot or too short. So that's why I didn't add any spin. But, you know, we hit a perfect ball, so we give ourselves a chance. And that ball does go in again. I mean, basically as perfect speed as you can get, and it snuck in there for the eagle. But if you do have a thorn, this is the shot that I showed yesterday to drop in it. Basically, obviously, look, more power, much better ball guideline, same elevation, same type of pull, and you're good to go on that hole. And this takes us to hole number 9. This is not the right replay. That's not the right replay either. So when all else fails, we can go check out the actual replay in the game. Those were just the options that I showed yesterday. I showed one quarterback option, and then I showed basically a let it fly option. Of course, today I went with the let it fly option. I was getting really greedy, trying to pick up the albatross, although it got a little shaky here, and you'll see what I mean. So yesterday, the let it fly option, I showed you how to pick up the albatross with the wedge. Well, today, I think I aimed too much at the fat part of the rough, because you'll see what happens here. But I was trying to do the same thing. 6 top, 2 bars of side spin to the right, taking that berserker, and kind of letting it just fly. I think the problem that I did here today is I added too much right curl. Yeah, that's too heavy with the right curl. Oh, and a great right, so I didn't notice that when I played. So what happens here? Yeah, I caught this big part of the rough, and I got lucky to roll out. I was on the fairway, but I got lucky to be on the fairway, I should say. But you'll see here on shot number 2 that, again, so this one's going to be with our short iron, I believe. Yeah, so the short iron instead of the wedge, because yesterday we drove to the top part of the second hand of the fairway, and we were like right next to the hole basically for an easy chip in. But today I'm at complete max distance here. Now I played the same 20%, so I did play this one 20%. I basically aimed right at the hole using a little bit of backspin for ball control. And I was able to, you know, obviously get this one in, as you saw the scorecard. So, you know, minus 20, I just want to provide an update, as this is the best round that I've ever shot in Golf Clash. And yeah, I know it's only rookie, but it's still an accomplishment that I wanted to share with everybody who follows my channel, because I was really excited about it for sure. So that's it. I will talk to you all on Thursday for the next round of the Valley of the Dead tournament. Thanks, everybody.